Christmas is right in front of our doors, so hello and welcome to our top 5 on Thursday. So what is planned after you got your presents? So, fighting with relatives, throwing them out of your flat, or just chilling on the couch, watching some movies and have a nice evening. So here's my top 5 of the best Christmas movies. Position 5 we got the light-hearted comedy Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. What is it about? Arnie is a really hard-working businessman who has barely time for his family. His son was stood up several times and is really pissed. To make up his mistakes, he promises his son a really rare Turbo Man for Christmas. That's like a figure. On Christmas Eve he goes on the hunt for the figure, but it is surprisingly sold out everywhere. Never happened to anyone before. He has to fight against his bitter rival, the postman, for the last one in the whole wide city. Chaos and carnage ensues, and it is a funny and cool film. So there's only one thing left to say. Let's get to the figure! On position 4 we got the Muppets Christmas Carol. A story that everyone should know by now. It's the most filmed Christmas story I think up to this date. It's like 500 versions out there, at least 500 versions. I took the Muppets one over the Disney one, but I like both of them, so check out both or change it every year. That's absolutely fine with me. So what's the story that everyone should know? The bitter and greedy businessman Ebenezer Scrooge is hated by the people because of his character. He tortures his helper Bob Cratchit and his family especially hard. The night before Christmas, Scrooge gets visited by 3 ghosts, past, present and future. They show him his mistakes in a really direct way. Thanks to the ghost, he understands how horrible he has been in the past and understands the true meaning of Christmas. The Disney version is also really great. I enjoy both of them, like I told you. If you don't like those two there are at least 500 versions more. So the story itself is really cool and you should definitely check it out. Our bronze medal goes to Annabelle's Wish, a beautiful movie from the 90s. And I watched it as a kid like, I don't know, 30 times, 50 times. My family had to watch it with me. Yay! I believe they can't see the film anymore, but most of you won't know this film, so I'll tell you what it's about. Annabelle is a little calf which is born in a farmer's barn on Christmas Eve. Her mother and the other animals in the barn tell her that every Christmas Eve Santa is visiting and giving them the ability to speak. When Santa Claus arrives, Annabelle is blown away by the reindeers. So Annabelle decides she wants to be in Santa's squad too. So she gets promised that one day she'll be a reindeer too. Annabelle befriends a boy named Billy, the grandson of the farmer who owns the place. Billy isn't like most kids his age. He hasn't been talking for years. The reason for that is a fire in the barn that killed his parents on Christmas Eve. Emily is Billy's best friend and helps him through the hard times he has faced ever since. The neighbors are bitter, grumpy old people who make everyone's lives hell. The story is so heartwarming and nice that you should definitely check it out. Maybe with your kids, maybe alone. Don't be surprised if you got to a tear or one going down. It's a really nice story and I really love this film. Yeah, Annabelle's Wish is our bronze medalist. This week's runner-up is Home Alone. I think I don't need to tell you much about this movie then. That's probably the most famous scene of it. And if you haven't seen it, just check it out. Home Alone 1 and 2 are great films. The ones following, let's just pretend they never happened. That's the best way to deal with them. So what is the film about? Kevin's family is going on a trip to Paris over Christmas. Thanks to an electricity cut, they oversleep and are in a hurry. So they forget Kevin at home because they count a neighbor's child instead of him. In the plane they notice that he is missing. Kevin is making the most out of it and living life to its fullest. He's doing that until the wet bandits try to rob him and he's forced to stand up against them. He's doing that with stuff you got at home anywhere. Paint, nails, hammers, and stuff like that. Just everything you can find, and pulls off some really cool tricks. His mother tries to get back to him, but she can't get any flights over Christmas. So a fight ensues, and there's a lot of funny stuff going on. And you should definitely check out this movie if you haven't seen it. That's a really, really cool one. It's a light-hearted comedy and just to enjoy. And it's got Joe Pesci in it. And now we get to our number one, Die Hard. Yeah, Die Hard 1 and 2 to be specific. Yeah, dummy, you cheated here. Yeah, I know I cheated. Don't tell me that. It's a bit rough to tell which one is the better one. I enjoy the first one way more than the second one. There are lots of people that think the other way around. Why is Die Hard a Christmas movie? It's basically like having a Christmas tree. You need to have Die Hard on your Christmas Eve or the day after. I know even the playing times in the television. It's on the telly at 10:20 on Christmas Eve, the first one. The second one is the day after, same time. That's every year the same. And so it's easy to set your clocks to watch it. But is there much left to say about the plot? If you don't know the movies by now, shame. 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 So let's go to the plot. John McClane wants to meet up with his friends and family, and that's the whole story. Oh no, I'm just joking. There are some terrorists always between him and his estranged wife and family. He's a one-line hitting bad son of a bitch. He fights all and everyone. The movie is just thrilling and action-packed till the end. I'm talking about the first one. It's in the Nakatomi Plaza where the Christmas events are happening for the company his wife is working at. And of course it's John McClane. Everyone goes to shit immediately. The situation is going from bad to worse when he is running through glass and bleeding like hell. And the movie is just great. I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, I don't need to tell you anything about it, I guess. That's my list for the Christmas movies. So I hope I could help you to save you from Christmas dilemmas. Which movie should I pick? Which one could everyone could like? That's my service for you. If your family doesn't like the movies I gave to you, you can blame it on me. Isn't that perfect? It's someone outside the family whose fault it is. Fucking perfect, isn't it? So that's all for the top 5s this week. So I say thank you very much. I wish you a nice and healthy Christmas, and I see you soon.